first chapter of English 10th class, that is personality development. If you haven't watched the videos, attitude is attitude, and every success story is also a story of great failures. You can check it out from the I button. So now let's get started. Today we are going to learn the concept about I will do it. This is that concept name title, and today we are going to discuss about a short person where he was sharp. A short and sharp person. Okay. He was short and very sharp. He was the brightest boy in his class. He was the brightest in his class. His seniors used to ask him to solve the difficulties in science. Here, his seniors means they are the one who are elder than this boy are used to ask to solve the difficulties in science. He could have gone unnoticed in a crowd, but once you asked him a question related to physics or maths, there was a spark in his eyes. Here, when he was sitting with his friends, he could have gone unnoticed in that. But when the teacher asked the math question or physics question, this guy would see the teacher slightly, and in his mind, the answer will be very confident, and he is still the answer. Means when the teacher asked the question related to physics or maths, there was a spark in his eyes. Means this guy is very confident in the answer. Okay, when our teachers ask the question, what we'll do? We'll put on down the head. But this guy is not like that. Related to physics, yeah. He could grasp theories of science faster than the speed of light. He could grasp the theories of science faster than the speed of light. Wow. Speed of light is very milliseconds. But here, he could grasp the theories of science faster than the speed of light. Wow. He came from a poor but educated family. His father was a high school teacher and an avid reader of English literature. He, like all the boys in his class, was trying to get admission into some engineering college. The brighter ones, one wanted to study in the Indian Institute of Technology or the IITs. He came from poor but educated family. His family is very poor, but that family is very educated. His father was a high school teacher. His father is a high school teacher and avid reader of English literature, and he liked all the boys in his class who are trying to get admission in the engineering college. He liked all the boys who are going to who are trying to get admission into the engineering college. And the brighter ones wanted to study in the Indian Institutes of Technology. Means here he is very trying. He wanted to study in the IIT. There was an entrance test for IIT. This boy, along with his friends, applied to appear for the test. They did not have any special books or coaching. All these IIT aspirants would sit below the shade of a stone mandap close to Chamundi Hills in the sleepy town of Mysore. So here he wanted to study in the Indian Institute of Technology, means nothing but the IIT, and there was entrance test for that IIT, and this boy and all the fellow friends went to appear to the test. They did not have any special books or coaching. They did not have any special books or special coachings for the appearing the test. They only sit below the shade of the stone mandap. Mandap is nothing but the raised platform. They would sit there to Chamundi Hills, near to the Chamundi Hills in the sleepy town of Mysore, and they would study to IIT. He was guide for the others. To the fellow friends. While the others struggled to solve these problems in the question paper, he would smile shyly and solve them. When they are writing the test, all the students they are struggle to solve the problems in the question paper. But Our fellow, our fellow would simply smile and solve the problems in no time. He sat alone below a tree and dreamt of studying at IIT. He was sitting below the tree and dreaming about how should I study in the IIT, about studying in the IIT. It was the ultimate aim for any bright boy at that age. That was the ultimate aim for any bright boy at that age, as it's still today. He was then only 16 years old. This guy is only 16 years old then. The D-Day came. He came to Bangalore, stayed with some relatives and appeared for the entrance test. The D-Day came as nothing but the important day came, means the exam, the test day came. He came to Bangalore and stayed with some relatives and appeared the test. He did very well but would only say okay when asked. When he after the exam we will chit chat, right? How you wrote exam, how you wrote your exam, how you wrote your exam, right? But when his friends ask the question to this guy, he tells okay, I wrote okay. Even he wrote perfect, he told only okay. And it was the opposite when it came to food. It was the opposite when it came to food. He would say when he said okay, it is implied bad. Means when he said good, it implied okay. When he said excellent, it implied good. His principle was never hurt anyone. His principle was never to hurt anyone. So when he say okay, we should understand that he is saying bad, and when he is saying good, we should understand that it is okay. And when he say excellent, then we should understand that okay, good. The IIT entrance exam results came. He had passed with a high rank. What a delight for any student. He was thrilled. He went to his father, who was reading a newspaper. The IIT entrance results came. He wrote the exam. He appeared the exam, right? And the results came. He had passed with a high rank, and he was very thrilled and very delightful to show that result to the father. He went to his father, who was reading a newspaper. Anna, I have passed the exam. He's telling Anna is nothing but a relation. It's a respect word to any elders. Okay, he's telling Anna, I have passed the exam. He's calling his daddy, and well done, my boy. His father is saying, well done, my boy, and this boy is saying, I want to join IIT. His father stopped reading the paper. His father is reading the newspaper, right? But when he said, I want to join IIT, this father stopped the reading the paper. He lifted his head and looked at the boy and said, with a heavy voice, my son, you are a bright boy. You know our financial position. I have 5 daughters to be married off and 3 sons to educate. Here, his father lifted his head and looked at the boy. Boy, you are very bright, but you know our financial position, right? I have 5 daughters to be married off and 3 sons to educate. I am a salaried person. I cannot afford your expenses at IIT. You can stay in Mysore and study as much as you want. He is telling you can study in the Mysore, but as much as you want. Indeed, it was a difficult situation for any father to say no to his bride son. It was a difficult situation for any father, right, to say no to his bride son, but circumstances were like that. It was common then for the man to be single earning member with a large family dependent on him. His father was sad that he had to tell the bitter truth to his son, but it could not be helped. The boy had to understand reality. This father is very sad because he had to tell the bitter truth to his son. But this son should understand the reality. The teenager was disappointed. Our boy is very disappointed. It seemed his dreams had burnt to ashes. His dreams is he used to sit below the tree and used to dreamed of studying IIT, right? But his dreams had burned to ashes, it seemed. He was so near to fulfilling his fondest hope, yet so far. His heart sank in sorrow. Now, when he passed the exam, his dream is very, very, very near to him. But when the dad replied, his dream went so far. He did not reply. He never shared his unhappiness or helplessness with anybody. He was an introvert by nature. His heart was bleeding, but he did not get angry with anybody. He did not reply to his dad. He never shared his unhappiness or helplessness with anybody. He was an introvert. Introvert is nothing but the person who never shares his feelings with anybody. His heart was bleeding, but he did not get angry with him. The day came. His classmates were leaving from Madras, now Chennai. They were taking a train from Mysore to Madras. They have shared good years in school and college together. He went to the station to say goodbye and good luck to them for their future life. The day came. The friends of these students appeared the exam in a group of friends, right? This boy appeared the exam with a group of friends. The day came. His classmates are leaving from Madras to study in IIT. They were taking a train from Mysore to Madras, and they have shared some good experience of school and college together. And this guy went to say goodbye and good luck for their future life. At the station, his friends were already there. They were excited and talking loudly. The noise was like chirping of birds. They were all excited and discussing their new hostels, new courses, etc. He was not part of it. So he stood there silently. One of them noticed and said, "You should have made it." At the station, his friends were already there. When he went, his friends were already there, and they are talking loudly about their hostels, new courses, and how to study, how to pass the IIT. They are discussing about that loudly. That noise is like a chirping of birds. And this guy, our guy, is not part of it, and he stood silently. And one of them noticed that and she said him, "You should have made it." He's telling them. He did not reply. He only wished all of them. They waved at him as the train slowly left the platform. He did not reply to that question, and he only wished all of them all the best, all the best. He wished all of them, and they waved at him as the train slowly left the platform. He stood there even after he could no longer see the train or the waving hands. He stood there even after the train is went and he can't see his friends. It was June of 1962 in Mysore city. Monsoon had set in and it was getting dark. It had started to drizzle, yet he stood there motionless. It was June 1992 in Mysore city. This year was very, very important. June of 1962 in Mysore city. And getting dark, it started to drizzle. Yet he stood there motionless. Even after he is no longer to see the train or his friends, he stood there motionless. He said to himself, without anger or jealousy, all students from the IIT study well and do big things in life. But it is not the institution. Ultimately, it is you and you alone who can change your life by hard work. He said to himself without anger, and he is telling himself that all students from the IIT study well and do big things in life. But it is not the institution. Ultimately, it is you and you alone who can change your life by hard work. Probably he was not aware that he was following the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, that is, your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is also yourself. So he don't know, he's following the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is also yourself. But he don't know this statement is in Bhagavad Gita. Later he worked very hard and focused on one thing. Never bothering about his personal life or comforts, he shared his wealth with others. He never used it to help of any caste, community or political connections to go up in life. Later he worked very hard and focused on one thing, that never bothering about his personal life or comforts. And he shared his wealth to others and never focused on political connections or community of helping of any caste and go up in life. A son of a school teacher showed other Indians it was possible to earn wealth legally and ethically. A son of school teacher means this boy is his father is school teacher, right? He's a school teacher. This son showed the Indians that it was possible to earn wealth legally and ethically. He built a team with people who are equally good. Means they are very trusted persons to him. He became a pioneer of India's software industry and started the information and technology wave. Today he has become an icon of simplicity, uncompromising quality and fairness. Apart from being a philanthropist, he really believes in the motto, powered by intellect and driven by values. He is now the pioneer of the India software industry, and he is the icon of simplicity, uncompromising quality and fairness. Apart from being a philanthropist, he really believes in the motto, powered by intellect and driven by the values. He is none other than Nagavara Ramarao Narayana Murthy, the founder of Infosys, a leading IT company in the world. This Infosys is the IT company the leading IT company in the world, and this story is about the N.R. Narayana Murthy. This story was written by the Sudha Murthy. This Sudha Murthy is the wife of N.R. Narayana Murthy. Is an Indian social worker and author. Murthy began her professional career as a computer scientist and engineer. She is the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation. She has founded several orphanages, participated in rural development efforts, supported the movement to provide all Karnataka government schools with computer and library facilities, and established the Murthy Classical Library of India at Harvard University. Murthy also teaches computer science. She composed fiction, Dollar Source. The present story is a selection from one of her most successful stories. How I taught my grandmother to read and other stories. She is the wife of N.R. Narayana Murthy. This is the story we have learned today is the story of the N.R. Narayana Murthy. He is N.R. Narayana Murthy. Okay? That's all for today, friends. Like and share this video. For more interesting videos, please subscribe our channel. And don't forget, we successfully completed our first unit of English 10th class, that is personality development. And let's meet in the next chapter.